Audio check. Audio check. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I am Blazar Gaming. And Blazar Gaming playing City Skylines. And I decided to start anew. I'm going to do my small towns. I've been talking about it for the last several streams. My large population cities become unpredictable after a certain amount of population. Or they start breaking after a certain amount of mass transportation. Whatever the issue and whatever the problems of large populations, I decided I wanted to try something different. And it might be difficult. I don't know. Especially the way the algorithms work in this game. But I want to try to build self-sufficient, self-reliant small town. And then as the demand grows, I want to leave that town and start a new town somewhere else. And so on, and so on, and so on. The theory being, number one, with little bitty small towns that are independent and self-reliant, I won't need mass transportation at all because they'll stay in their small towns. Well, we know when people go visit a park or plaza, they'll go anywhere on the map. And we know services tend to go anywhere on the map. There's some things I can't control. But I want to try this. My first small town, I'm going to put over here. Now, things like water system, I won't be able to have independent water systems, which, for obvious reasons, one town's pollution would make another town sick. So there are some things that will be shared among all our towns. I might can keep electrical sources independent. We'll have to see about that one. All right. We'll start our first small town. Right in here. Residential will go back here. Industrial will go here. Commercial will go here. And this will be my first small town. See what roads are available to me. Just this one. Game starts early. There's not a lot of it's not a lot of space. I'll stick with my triangle method, even though I don't think it's going to be that important with a small population town. But we'll see. Again, my industrial will be all along here, probably up this way some. My commercial will be down here. My residential will be here. I don't know why I'm building all this stuff first. That's not necessary. Need to do residential first. That's necessary. I guess I should at least complete this. Nah, I don't think that matters either. Just wasting money. I thought about going with unlimited funds since I've done the beginning cities over and over and over and over and over. We'll see. Right now, let's just get some residential going. And there's a good start. We're going to need water. Water is flowing that way, so a water pump will go at this end. And the water drain go this end. Electricity to power it. Put down here, this end, away from the residents. I need water up here. Okay. Let's zone some residential. Nope. Our electricity needs to run right up into here. Okay. We'll start our small town, our first small town. This one can be small town A, and then B, and then C, and then D. Or we can call them 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. I guess I'd have to put up a district to name them. I don't think I'm going to do that. While it's growing, we'll be continuing on, of course. No. That's far enough. Now we have a little demand for industry. And commercial. Industry, of course, is going here. Ooh. I'll turn things down as it goes because I'm overproducing. No need to overspend. If I'm going to overproduce, don't overspend. chemistry going. I need electricity. So I got electricity and water. Oh, I did forget one more important thing, didn't I? How to get the people in here. Oops. Okay, good. Let's go with the 2 for now. Make sure there's no malfunction junctions. Yeah, we've got one. It's not a junction, but got one error, game error. There's a malfunction junction. No traffic light until you have traffic. Okay. Turn the clock back on while I go build a business area. We'll need water over here. I have to bring electricity over here. Okay, so why haven't we got jobs started yet? Is this not close enough? There we go. Got the blue stuff growing away from the electricity, not any of the industrial. There we go. Our first milestone is 360 people. We have 114 at the moment. Okay, good. They got electricity. They don't. There we go. They got electricity. First town has begun. You seen any cars yet? Our city is growing. Oh, okay. Electricity was in high demand right away. How about water? No, water's still fine. Need more residential. Oh, no, we're fine residentially. Now we just wait. Didn't realize I'd spent all my money. Yay, here comes a car. Comes more cars. Here they come, walking down the street. Get the funniest looks from everyone they meet. Traffic, 86%. I didn't realize it counts the interstate traffic out there too. 87%. Biffa hit 100% traffic in a video one day. It was in the 80s. It hit 100 and then went back to the 80s. And he was all excited about the 100% traffic. I now am sure, I was pretty sure then, but I am now 100% confident that that was a bug. 100% traffic is a bug. Because he only had it for 20 seconds or something. And then it went back to the 80s. Let's see. Electricity, water. We'll need another one of these soon. More demand for people. I can fill all this in up here. So how big am I going to let my towns get before I move on to my next town? That's a good question. I want to see an equilibrium. I want residents, commercial, and industry to have equal demand across the board. Medium demand for green, orange, and blue before I start moving on to the next town. I don't know if that'll be 1,000 people or a couple thousand people per town. Road maintenance. Might as well not spend all that money for no reason. All right. So, we now have garbage, healthcare, education. And our next milestones are Worthy Village. Let's look at these things. We don't want to be overspending when we first introduce it to the game. So, currently our health, 52%. Might as well start picking that up. I don't want them to get too ill early. We're probably fine, but let's wait. I'd like to convert some of these roads to avenues. And then get rid of all the malfunction junctions. Okay, that should be fine because it's one way in, one way out. Oh, yep, it's time for electricity. More electricity. Ah, thought I placed it, but I didn't. Okay. That should fix our electricity for the moment. Yep. More industry. No, I don't want that. I'll take it here. Don't have the zoning I want, but take what I get, I guess. We're making money. They're going to be complaining about garbage soon. Health clinic costs $10,000. A recycling center costs $16,000. Two of them together is $26,000. Let's put the health clinic first. I'd like to get their health. Start moving towards the blue so we don't have sick people. And then when I can afford it, I think I'll put in a recycling center. Except it's $240 a week. This guy's only $160 a week. Oh! Okay, we're a worthy village now. We get fire, police, forestry, and agriculture. We get fire and police. Next would be a tiny town. Start getting our police patrols to keep the crime rate down, I suppose. Oh yeah, I do need to. We don't need more than 3 police cars right now. Already got weird monuments beginning. But no parks, recreation, no walking paths. And fire. Yeah, can't afford fire at the moment. We down on electricity again? Yes. How's water doing? Okay. We can raise the budget on water. %. That's good. As soon as I can afford a fire station, I'll throw one in. They are $12,000. No walking paths yet. When do I get walking paths? 1,200 people. I've already got people walking. Lots of people walking. People will walk good distances. Natural resources, little fertile land over there. Imagine the size of my towns will be dictated more by the amount of money I have. There's no way I could start a new town unless I had a whole lot of money. Well, this game starts with $70,000. Fire station's going to be 12,000. Currently, fire is hazardous. Something catches on fire, it's going to burn, it's going to spread. But I'm getting close to $12,000 now. Oh, this is not necessary, and this is not necessary. If you wonder what this is what I call my triangle method. Because the road's curved, I can't place that up there. So I have to place it here. Need to bring water down to it. And electricity. Okay, electricity reaches. My triangle method is this. It has to do with traffic management. Oh, I am now a tiny town. I get landscaping, policies, industrial areas, some new roads, industry roads. So my next milestone is a boom town, where you start getting into some transportation stuff, which is not that big a deal. To get back to my triangle method, this game has three things. Oops. Residential, and commercial, and industrial and offices. Or what I like to say, people, shopping, and jobs. That's the three things that this game has. People, shopping, and jobs. People, shopping, jobs. When a person goes to work, they need a way to get there and a way to get back. And there's no reason for them to go through a shopping area. When a person goes shopping, they need to go shopping and come back. And there's no reason for them to travel through an industrial area, a place where people work. industry produces goods. So they need a way for their trucks to deliver their goods over to the stores to be sold or to export. Shopping needs the ability to receive the goods from industry so they can sell them, and then the trucks head back again. If there's not enough production from industry to supply the stores, then they need access to the highway. So the trucks here travel back and forth between industry and business, or out to export or in to import. People go back and forth to work or back and forth to jobs. That's my triangle method. How's water doing? We can turn it up a bit. Let me crank these down. I don't like to have the budget up on these until I'm actually using them. Water, let's go up to 70%. Now we should be fine water. Electricity should be better. If I can afford it, I'll put another one. Yeah, let's put another one. So electricity and water is good for now. So that's what my triangle method is. Why should I send an automobile through an industrial area if all they want to do is go shopping and come back? So they use this road. Why would trucks delivering their goods, whether they're exporting or just delivering them across to the shopping areas, why should they have to travel through a residential area? They shouldn't. They should just go back and forth, in and out. Now, in theory, the better place would be to run this here and run that there. But there's still going to be a little intervention with people potentially getting in the way of trucks. But they're all coming to the same place and leaving the same place. But I have found that a roundabout here would break my triangle method. Let me stop the clock. A roundabout here would break the triangle method. Why? Because all the residents wanting to go shopping would have to go across the industrial node to get there, breaking my rule of residents need ability to go shopping and back without passing through industry. This is my industrial node, my business, my shopping node, and my people node. So a roundabout would break. Plus, the trucks going from industry to shopping would be fine, but when they come back from shopping, they'd have to go around that roundabout and hit the people node to get back over here. And that's just not necessary. Yeah, you can argue that this is a people node here too. But people are getting split between shopping and industry here. So only if it's 50-50, it's just a guess. It's not a fact. Then trucks only have to worry about half the people here and then the other half of the people over there. So there won't be a roadblock. Let's see how my city statistics are doing. And we're growing. Big time. Jobs. Commercial. We have demand for jobs and shops. I mean, people and shops. Well, little demand for everything, really. I don't have enough money to start a new town, so let's keep going. People. I'm going to stop the clock a minute. Make sure my water continues on. See how noise is. A little close to the noise over here. A little closer than I like. I don't think I have no highway barriers yet. Okay, and shopping. More shopping. Do we have water up here? Some of it does. Some of it has water. Electricity, water, both are doing okay. Garbage collection, we're producing more than we're handling. So, can turn the budget up on garbage. Still producing more than we can handle, but we'll wait and see. More industry. Okay. What do we need? More industry. Do we have water? Some of it has water. Power lines are getting in the way over here. Let's move them a little away from the zoning. Guess we need to get some electricity in. Okay, it looks like it's starting to grow. Not what I want. I want this. All right, we got jobs, we got people, we got shopping, and we now have walking paths. Walking paths are very important. And my jobs may keep going up this way, so... Well, let's see. It's about as close as I want to get to residential with commercial. Okay, now walking paths. Nope. There you go. Easy walking path. Oops, doesn't look connected, does it? Does not look connected. Let's start here. Connect this way. And then start here and connect that way. That looks better. And over here, let's start on this side and go this way. Over here, same deal. We don't want industry to get very too close to residential. but we do want them to it's close enough, I think. Do want them to have walking paths. Ah! Guess if I get closer, I can see what I'm doing. There we go. And here. There we go. Let's check. Electricity. Okay, we need another. That should be okay for electricity now. Water, we need to turn up water. Let's go up to 80%. It's good for a little while. Guess it wouldn't hurt to go on up to 85%. Oops, that's garbage. I'm gonna have to add more garbage. It wouldn't hurt to put another one of these down. We're definitely going to need more garbage. We're producing double the amount that we're handling. Can't afford one yet. What do they cost? Okay, Boomtown gives us what? Some mass transportation. And some of the highway stuff that I was looking for. Let me go ahead and slap this down here. Some of the highway stuff I was looking for. Sound barriers. Nope, no sound barriers yet. That's weird. But I am getting very close to thinking I can start my next town, but I'll need money. How is garbage? See, I think my budget on garbage is 100%. Let's see, was there anything new to the budgets? Yes. Buses. I'm hoping with my small town only vibe that I want to do this time around, that I won't need any mass transportation. Electricity, water, garbage collection. I'm not doing education yet. Happiness, residential's only, we got parks now. Healthcare, yep, it's going up. Nobody's dying yet, which is a good thing. I don't know that I have death care yet. 91%. All my pollution's down here. They need more people. Okay, they need more people for the jobs. All right, we're getting too close to the highway over there, so let's shift over. Shift over again. Make sure we have water up here. Okay. Add more people. That looks too close to the highway. It's hard to tell. Big demand for people. Little demand for shopping. We got people walking to work. If anybody uses this. Going to work. Okay. They work further down, I suppose. Electricity. No education yet. No happiness yet. Okay, let's slam our first park in up here. See if we can get some happy people. Happy people. That's a start. Check. Come on. That should at least make people a tiny bit happier, right? Tiny bit happier. Don't see much change. All right, we want to do recycling. It does slightly reduce my tax income. Speaking of taxes, I've completely forgotten about taxes. These people aren't being taxed at all, are they? Go to 11. They're still going to be happy people. How's police, fire, and health looking? Electricity, man, that's the one that changes the quickest. These little guys don't produce a lot of electricity. Electricity, water, turn the budget up on water. going up to 100. Electricity, water, garbage. I think I've got garbage turned up. I'll leave this open. Yep, garbage is turned up. Haven't done education yet. Happiness is growing for residentials. Health. Health's okay. Nobody's sick. Traffic's 89%. Fire. We're in the red for fire. We probably ought to turn the budget up on fire a little bit. Police. Low crime rate. That's where we want to keep it. %3 unemployment. We don't need death care anytime soon because of no senior citizens. We are importing everything, essentially. Let's add a little more industry here. My next is 2,200. What? I already have 2,800. Oh. Postal service, ferries, bus trans. My next one's a busy town. Gives me some city planning policies. Anything else over here that would be important? Oh yeah. See if I can afford this. Give everybody free smoke detectors. Have less fires. I see some parking I don't want. Guess if I held the shift key. Definitely don't want any down here. Okay, so is this about the size of a town that I want? I'd love imports and exports, at least as far as goods go. I would like this to be almost non-existent. It's 1/3. Let's say 1/4, which would be let's say 90. Just round it to 90. Okay, I'd say it's pretty neutral. I'd say this is almost neutral. I think a little bit of more commercial to make this more neutral. But it's close. So I think this is the perfect size of a town. Just a guess. 3,000 people. Neutral imports, exports, and I've got about the same demand of everything. So I'm ready to start a new town. I've just got to be careful because usually at the beginning of the game when I started a new town, it was $70,000. And I don't have $70,000 right now. I could always borrow some. But I think this is about my average size of a small town. 40,000. So, I really should let that keep running as I make more money. Now, what is it that I'm trying to do? I'll explain that to you. My last half a dozen cities, I've tried to do mass population, large populations. This game's milestones stop at 90,000. $90,000. The game runs predictably all the way through the milestones. And even after you hit 90,000 and you've opened all the milestones in the game, except of course some of the monuments and so on and so on, you can continue to grow at a predictable rate to at least 150,000, if not a little more. But then things become unpredictable. What was logical becomes illogical. Things happen that either it's because the game engine cannot keep up with the amount of entities on the board or on the map. And so they have too many calculations and mapping from source to destination. It just seems like the game is no longer in control because you have too many entities, whether it's people or so on, so on, and so on. But for everything, I'm gonna include entity into cars, trucks, people, buildings, so on and so on. Mainly cars, trucks, people. But for every entity in the game, it has to have a source and a destination. This entity that just spawned, whether it's a kid that was just, a baby born, it's got a future. And I don't know if the game, I wouldn't think the game maps out the future of that kid right then and there. But the baby gets up to age to go to school, gets up to age to go to work, so on and so on and so on. Every entity has this going on. A vehicle leaves. It has a source, a destination. It's got to have a path to get to where it's going. And if you change something in that vehicle's path that no longer exists, then the game has to dynamically continue to find a new path to get that source to a destination. In other words, there are near infinite number of things that the game is doing simultaneously. Of course, infinite's a big number, but that's kind of an exaggeration. But you get what I'm saying. And I think there's a point in time where, because I've never seen the game go above 8 threads, I think there's a point in time where the game, starting with a new entity, whether it's a vehicle or a baby born or whatever, starts lagging behind in its predictions of what to do with that entity, because there's so much going on already. It's a theory. But I've seen my large population games get into a sine wave type cycle as far as population goes, even population will go up, which should cause a demand for jobs because you have more people. But the job demand doesn't go up. And then the people say, there's no jobs here. And they start leaving. And then at some point, the jobs do see, oh, we need to start going up because the population's higher. And then the jobs start up while the people are going down. And then the jobs all of a sudden say, wait a minute, there's not enough people for these new jobs. And then the jobs, and the people hasn't realized that there's more jobs created yet because of this game lag, I'll call it. A lag in everything that's going on. And then at some point, the people say, the jobs will go, oh, okay, there are no people for these jobs. And then the jobs start going down. And then the people say, oh, the jobs are there now. I'm going to go back. And then the population starts going up. But the jobs are going down. You understand what I'm saying? Early game, people go up, jobs go up, shopping goes up. It's very predictable. Later game, there's too many entities to track. And jobs can't keep up with people anymore. People start going down. Jobs begin to follow later. Instead of it all going together, up and down together, it starts breaking apart. And you get into this catch-22 situation. People say, oh, there's the jobs, and they start coming back. But the jobs go, oh, there's no people, and it starts going down. And then people get here, oh, the jobs are gone, so they start leaving. And the jobs go, oh, the people are here. It just starts lagging further and further and further behind because the game has so many calculations to do. And it has nothing to do with the CPU, your computer. Because my computer, even at 500,000 people, is sitting at 40% use. You know, it's, of course, a lot of that has to do with I've never seen it go past 65% usage, which means my 12 threads, my computer is a 6-core 12 thread, is never, the last 4 threads of my computer's never being used. That the game is optimized for 90% of the computers out there, which are 4 cores 8 threads. Mine just happens to have more cores and threads. The game doesn't seem to notice and doesn't seem to care. So what I'm doing with this build is a small town that's set up equally. There's enough people working here for the jobs and enough shopping for the shopping. Everything's a medium demand right now. My importing and exporting is neutral. Well, it's not neutral here because I don't have any oil and farming and forestry and stuff. But as long as my goods productions is neutral, I'm probably importing less than 25%, maybe 20%. 20% of this is 100, and I'm exporting 100. So I call that neutral. So I feel like this town is neutral. It's self-reliant, balanced. If I turn the clock back on, there's almost nothing coming in, almost nothing going out. There'll be a few things coming in to take care of oil and stuff. But I call this a pretty neutral town. So it's time to build my next town. I want my entire map to be filled with these small towns. One of the things I see that breaks in my large population maps is mass industry. This town needs no mass transportation. This town needs no mass transportation. Everybody can walk everywhere or drive their car without causing any traffic issues. We're at 89% traffic. My next small town, if I can make it like this, neutral. Somebody doesn't have electricity. What's that all about? Oh, that's what that's all about. Let's put another one. Water's fine. Probably going to need another garbage facility. But for now, I feel like this town is pretty neutral. %. Fire, may need another fire station, a bigger fire station at some point. But I think you understand what I'm saying. There's nobody down here saying we need more people. They need one more worker. They need 3 more workers. I might give them a little more residential. We'll see. But my theory is if I create all these little small towns that are self-reliant, independent of one another, then I think I don't know if I can bypass the catch-22 thing. But I definitely won't have to worry about broken mass transportation because I won't be using any mass transportation. There are 2 things that will cause my small towns to have issue that I have no control over. One, I think, is pretty minor. Leisure. If somebody who lives in the Holly residence decides they want to go visit a park or a plaza, the game has every one of them in a queue. And it's going to pick the next one on the queue. And it could be in a small town over here. So people will sometimes leave their town just to go visit a park. There's nothing I can do about that, even though they might live right next door to a park. But that's minor. That's not that big a deal. What is a big deal is city services. Right now, I don't have really enough garbage collection in my small town. It's pretty obvious right here. My garbage production is almost 70,000. My processing capacity, only 48. So I'm going to need another garbage facility over here. They're quite expensive. Put it in my industrial area. My people demand is bigger than the other. But that's the way the game starts out. The game starts off, more people demand. Now, I'm low on money to start another town. That's kind of a bad thing. Electricity's okay, water, sewage is okay, garbage is almost neutral now. We are now have the ability to process the garbage that this size town produces. I don't have any education, but my industry is all uneducated. So I'm not even going to worry about education right now. This is a little textile town. Or whatever. I'm going to try to make some money before I move on. Traffic, none whatsoever. Fire. It'd be nice to be able to get the big fire engines, but you have to have a 4,600 population for the big fire engines, because they're more efficient than the little fire stations. Police. This small town, this one little police station might be enough for this small town. I don't know. Look at my budget. My police budget, I never really turned it up. Do I want to go that high? Healthcare. Nobody's sick. So I'll keep healthcare low. The old fire coverage. My one fire station covers the whole area. I'm just letting the game run right now. because I need to make money before I start my next town. But I want to keep an eye on everything. I want to make sure that there are enough people for the jobs that I have and enough shopping to keep them happy. Okay. Right now, everything coming in and out. Bug spray van. I think this is I hope this is a balanced town. Self-reliant, self-sufficient. Jobs, shopping, population is in an equilibrium. That's my hope. I'd like to make enough money to start my next town. But I want to be careful. As my population continued to grow, of course, the demand for jobs went up a little bit. The thing I have to also be careful with when I begin my next town, equilibrium town, self-reliant town, is I need to add the people, the jobs, and the shops simultaneously. When you start a game, your demand is first people. So you put people in. And then they say, hey, we want jobs and shopping. So you add jobs and shopping. If I started a new town and just put people in it, they might try to come over here and take jobs away from these people. So I've got to give them jobs and shopping. And if I created jobs and shopping over my new town first, these guys might go over there to work and shop. And I want to keep people in their towns. Now, yeah, I could break the road so they couldn't get out. But I'm going to try it without doing that. Okay, I think I've got enough money to start a new town. At least I'm hoping I am. I have. Hey, how come these aren't equal? That's weird. Isn't that weird? They're not equal. Okay, which direction do I want to build the town? Over here, my small town. Put industry, commercial, residential. See if I can't equalize these a little bit. I have access to that type of road. There we go. Now they're equal. Actually, I can use highway roads. Oops, forgot to curve it. Hate when I do that. Fix the silliness that the game does. That's game silliness. All right. Get rid of the malfunction junction. Get rid of the traffic lights. Put my triangle in, because if you remember, residence, commercial, industry. And I want to build all three of them simultaneously because, yeah. All right. See, while I'm thinking about it, let me upgrade these two little pieces of road right here. Oop. No U-turns. U-turns not allowed. All right. Let's hope we don't run out of money. Let's start small, I guess. Just like I began the game. Small. I'm not even going to put that in yet. I'm getting low on money. Getting low on money already. Okay. We're going to need water over here. Pump. In the future, when I'm making lots of money, these guys will share water systems. Because right now, I would not be able to put any small towns downriver because of the pollution. Everything will have to be built upriver. And their pollution would pollute these guys. So in the future, I've got to have a water system for everything. Right now, we can get by with them being across the river from each other. How's my money doing? Am I running out? Oh yes, I am running out. I'm out. Can't start from the next town. Let's make some more money. It's not going to do any good. I don't have any electricity over here yet. That's why you start the game with $70,000, not $30,000. I turned these off so they wouldn't be costing me any money. Nothing I can do till I get money. It's why most streamers play with infinite money. So they don't use water towers. Oh, yeah. 240 a week. Completely forgot about water towers. But as I was saying, most streamers will play with infinite money when they start a new town because, yeah, it's awful boring. for viewers. To sit and wait. And it's boring to the player too. To sit and wait. All right. I can't even afford a water tower at the moment. Like I said, I could take a loan. I think loans are available. Could easily afford a loan. Let's do it. All right. Let's get my electricity up over here. Power lines. Turn these on. Now, the issue is if I don't unite electrical and water grids, this isn't going to tell me a thing. I won't know over here if I don't have enough electricity until I see people complaining about not having enough electricity, because these are separate right now. Same goes with water. All right. And I want to add the demand for all three simultaneously, so. Okay. I gotta get electricity over here. We'll do that with a park. I think I can still get a road going up this way. Yeah, with that park being sitting there. We do have water over here. Yep. So we can zone. Oh, I already did zone people. We can zone. Jobs down here. I don't think I'm going to be going any further this direction, so let's put not a park, but a cheap plaza. 32 a week. 120 a week. No thank you. 32 a week. We gotta bring electricity over, so let's put this park. Here. Okay. We'll see if that's enough to bring electricity over to here. It might be. And same here. We want to zone for shopping. We have water. Bring electricity over with a plaza. Let's see what happens. There we go. Here's our first people in our new town. Here's our jobs. Electricity did spread. I'm thinking I'm going to put some farming in here since we've got some fertile land. And there's our shopping. Town number 2. Ah, see some malfunction junctions. You do not need traffic lights until you have traffic. Traffic lights are only important when you have traffic. These guys should never turn left. These guys should never turn right. Turn lane only. Turn lane only. Turn lane only. Turn lane only. Okay. Oh, this one. Didn't get this one. No. Nobody, well, start saying nobody here should ever want to turn right, but people moving in are going to have to get up here somehow. Okay. We don't want to get anywhere near that loud, noisy wind machine. get up here to some of this farmland. Do we have areas yet? Yes, we have areas. Do we have farming yet? Yes, we have farming. Just broke my electricity. All right, I put this here, which is fine. Break my electricity again. That's okay. I can fix it again. Need more people. Oh, not enough electricity out here. That should help. That's too close. Maybe not. It's probably fine. More jobs. That's what I'm looking for. I want farming right here. It's called Forest Park, but yeah, this is going to be old. And I need to flag it as farming. Sure that has water, which it doesn't. And that's why nothing's happening yet. There we go. Now it's growing. So we got some agriculture going. We need garbage collection out here, of course. And we'll need fire station. Oh, police patrols. Health clinic if I could afford it. I just have to wait. More demand for people. Ooh, hopefully I can build the roads that I need for more people. Do I have water out here? Nope. Go ahead and zone. Did I get the water that far out? Yes, I did. Okay, now this, I would like to, can I afford another park? Nope. I need to get electricity in here somehow. Oh, I don't have enough money to do that. Hurry up, give me money. Thank you. Ooh, you guys need water. Ooh, fire. Well, we got fire engines out here. Maybe they couldn't go until I gave them water. Should have known my first fire would be in my farm. Nope, there's the fire engines. Took them too long to get here, though. Ooh, electricity. But I can't afford electricity. We've got to tie these two together when I get enough money. Now, I will be able to determine where I am electricity-wise. There's where I am electricity-wise. Very close. And I need 6,000 to set one of these baby bad boys down. But we're okay at the moment. Seem to be okay at the moment. All right. Fire station got the fires put out. Oops. Just generic industry. Well, let's look at everything. Electricity is just barely hanging in there. Water and sewer is fine. Garbage, yeah. We will need another garbage facility over here. Happy people. Residential's not so happy because, yeah, we don't. Oh, nobody's moved in yet. That's fine. Healthiness, yeah, nobody's sick. Nobody's died. Nobody's close to dying yet. Traffic's 90%. Fire coverage. Police. Imports and exports. Oh, okay. We're importing lots of oil and agriculture. So I really need to get this agriculture going down here. It should come back after the fire. But I'm going to have to grow this way. I could put a little bit here. All of that should fall under the, yep. See, this is imports. I'm importing 1/3 or higher agricultural stuff. So about 800 worth. So that's why I'm producing some agriculture stuff here. Except you have to be careful. Some of these are importing. I don't have fruit orchards, so I'm importing fruit. Don't have enough grain, so I'm importing grain. So what I usually do early game oops, somebody's without water. I see, you are without water. Sometimes I like to delete the farm buildings that are exporting and hope the ones that rebuild, I said that backwards. I like to delete the buildings that are importing and hope it rebuilds with buildings that are exporting, which don't seem to be any at the moment. It's a little early to worry about it. Let's let the farming rebuild. Let's give them some more jobs over here. Just generic, regular jobs. Though we are producing we are exporting generic goods. So that'll get us more money if we have more factories making generic goods. Wait a minute, more people. More jobs. Oops, we're running low on water. We shouldn't be running low on. Oh, I need to connect these across. Oh, it's not that kind of water we're missing. They're literally missing water. Literally. At least I've got these tied together now. Electricity and water. Speaking of electricity, still rather tight. That's okay. That one's fine. Garbage. Yeah, we're going to need another garbage facility over here when I can afford it. Ooh, look what time it is. Let me stretch my legs. And yeah, I still need to remember water towers. I have found water towers useful on maps that don't have enough water sources. And yes, I have completely drained large rivers because of lack of water sources. I'll be right back. Just want to stretch my legs. My phone should be charged. Look what happened while I was away. Tourism, and okay, finally, we got some things I need. As far as highway sound barriers go. Now, I don't think my people have gotten sick from noise from the highway. But the highway noise is going to pick up as my population increases between my towns. So if we look at noise, see, it's pretty close to a couple of these places. But I now have barriers. Let's let you guys see what's happening here. As cars go by, they produce noise that turns this pink. I can put sound barriers along here. And now when the cars go by, ta-da! No more noise. That's what the sound barriers are for. There are other things that make noise, like shopping, industry, traffic on the roads, but that's why I don't let people build close to this intersection. All the traffic's coming in and out here, so all the noise is here. Let's see how fire coverage is. Yeah, at some point when I can afford it, I want to get the bigger fire stations. Oh, they are expensive. They are expensive. So I needed more garbage collection down here. Yeah, we're okay now. Electricity, we're getting low again. Is that as far as you're going to go? Spend all my monies again. Water sewage is good. Could probably even back off the budget a little bit on water and sewage. Let's go 90%, see if it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Save some money. All right, let's look at everything. Electricity, water, sewage, garbage. I haven't done education yet. Residential happiness. We're pretty happy. They'd be happier if I gave them parks. But they're not bad. They're not bright blue, but... Okay, what are you complaining about? Not enough customers. Okay, I'll get you more people. Hold your horses. People are coming. People are coming. Not too close to the railroad track. Make sure we've got water over here. We do not. Now we do. Why not get close to the railroad track? Because railroad tracks will cause noise. Well, you know, trains are noisy. In the spring and autumn, when I have my windows and glass sliding door open, I can hear the train. There's a train that runs bottom of the hill here. It's quite a ways away from here, but it's a train nonetheless. Trains make noise. Okay, I think I could use more farmland. Importing and exporting. Yes. We're still importing about 600 in farm stuff. So I'd like to get some more farming in here. All of that should be inside the farming zone, and it is. More generic industry. My next milestone is 7,500 people. What was the new things I got with this last milestone? I haven't started education yet, and I haven't started industries. Not enough customers. Are you selling the right goods? Not enough buyers. Not enough customers, not enough buyers. Wonder if I can afford that. Just $1 per week per recycling centers, and I only have 5 recycling centers, so yeah. Or 500 per week. I can't go by that little symbol there. This game doesn't use dollars and cents. It uses currency. Uses currency. Doesn't seem to affect them very much. Fire, fire, fire. Why is it my farm always catches on fire? There's the fire engines. Is all this filled in yet? Nope. All right. Electricity's okay. Water, sewer's okay. Garbage is okay. I haven't done anything with education yet. People reasonably happy. Could use more parks and recreation, but it's expensive. Nobody's sick. Do we even have any death care yet? Yeah. But nobody's died yet. How close are people to dying? Very close. We'll need a cemetery. The people over here are the ones closest to dying. These are all newer people. Happy, happy people. Look at all the people. People going shopping. People going to work. I haven't created anything like that yet over here. We've still got some distance. But I think they'd walk it. I think people would actually walk it. How did you end up with a bush in the middle of the... I don't have anarchy. Never seen that happen before. You guys ever seen that happen before? I see it happen all the time with people with anarchy. What is anarchy? It's a mod to allow you to place things just about anywhere, whereas the normal game wouldn't allow it. And a lot of people with anarchy will accidentally leave it turned on, and then they throw some stuff down and you got trees in the middle of it, and, and they go, oops, forgot to turn anarchy off. But I don't have anarchy, so I never saw that before. People walking right through it. So it's just a illusion. It's an illusion. Optical illusion. It's not really there. Oh yeah, people are walking to shop. Big demand for people. Okay. All right, let's fix my electricity. You can go this way. Let's get rid of all this. And let's take our road. Split. Across. This way. Sorry, house. Another one. We have water mostly. parks. I can't afford them, even the cheapest. Okay. Electricity, okay. Water, sewage, okay. Garbage. 1 sick citizen. Did I never put health care over here? No, I did not. Can I afford health care over here? No, I cannot. So about 3,500 people was the size of my town over here. So when I hit about 7,000 people, it'll be time to go to town number 3, I think. Encourage biking. What does that do? Most citizens prefer bicycles over motor vehicles. It's perfect for my small towns. Less pollution. All right, let's look. Electricity, water, sewage, garbage collection. I haven't done education yet. Fairly happy if I had more parks. Only 1 sick person. Haven't really had anybody die yet, but we can handle 3,000 dead people. Traffic's 91%, 90%. The noise is fine now over there, pretty much. Fire coverage, it's not the greatest, but take what you can get at low, early on. Crime's low. We're not using mass transportation. We haven't had any deaths yet. Unemployment. A little bit of demand for commercial over here. That's cool. Importing. Okay. Whenever I can get some forestry started and some oil and some ore started would be good. They want more shopping. We'll give them more shopping. See, my shopping size over here is quite a bit bigger than the shopping size is over here. Oops. Gotta fix that back. we have water? Not completely. Bring this further out. Oops. Turn that back on. Save some money here. Oops. There we go. Okay, water. So we're at 100% with water, which means it's about time for another pump. Shouldn't be. Let's go ahead and fix this first. Know that I'll go out one more, I might. It's getting tight. I guess because this is spread out a little more than that is. This was handled just fine with still getting close. Still getting close. We're still importing some farm goods. All right. Where are my natural resources? Got ore. Let's do it this way. No oil. No oil at all. Very little timber. I'll always be importing oil. Okay. What's more efficient between these two? When these are producing 20, they're 200 a week. 880 a week. No difference. This is $10 a week per megawatt. This is $10 a week per megawatt. Of course, when they're both running full speed. And this one's running full speed. And this one's running full speed. So water and sewage. This one water intake and outlet was enough for this town. Not so much for this one. And I think it's because farms use more water. I'm pretty sure farms use more water. Which makes sense. Growing crops and stuff. You can paint oil with the mod extra land. Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind. I don't really mind having to import oil. It's not going to be that much, I don't think, over time. We'll see. I'm importing as much timber as I am oil right now. But yeah, when I was picking this map, I was picking a map based on how much area that you could actually zone. And this one was over 80%. That's why I picked this map. I didn't think to look at resources, what kind of resources it had. Just didn't think about it. Trying to compare industry size. It's hard to compare industry size. Well, no, actually it's not. You can compare industry size by almost 1,300 workers here. So this one has 600. So we're already at 1,500 workers over here. We had, what, 1,300 over here? Yeah, this industry over here is actually bigger than this industry over here. But population, compare these two populations. $750, 32.96, 28.82. So 3,300 over here, 2,800 over here. Well, 2,900. So we're 400 less people over here than over there. But we've got more workers over here than over here. But we've got less commercial over here than we do over there. So it's going to be difficult to have equal sized towns. But yeah, this one's ready for its third garbage facility. So we'll get this population up a little bit more, and then we'll be ready for town number 3, I think. Whoa, that went from minus 13 to 1,800. I don't know why it jumped so much. Must have been a bug. For a minute there it said plus 1,800. Or am I just seeing things? Let's just go here for now. See, if this was 2,800, it's probably not 400 more people. Is there a better way to get electricity into here? I think so. See if I can have small towns of about 3,500 people. I'll be content. Well, I can't build towns downriver because of pollution. And I can't build towns upriver because of pollution. Oh, I did forget to put in another drain. Though if I can afford to move the drains much further down, that would be much better. They would need their own electric source if I moved them way down here. How much is it going to cost me to move these things? To move that guy from there all the way to here, it's going to cost me 500. Okay, I can afford that. Move this one. Costs me 500 again. Hopefully one wind turbine can power all that. Looks like it's got no problem. Okay. So this is going to clear up. Where's my next town going to be? I'm thinking possibly here. Because then I can get some more agriculture going. I've got all this ore over here, but that's too far away from everything. I'm not ready for my towns to be that far apart yet. And this town can easily share this intersection because no traffic. When you have small towns, you don't worry about big traffic. But we'll probably end up putting a big roundabout here. This is starting to look good. I'd love to see this demand go up. This was kind of disappointing. This many people, but they didn't want any more jobs. See, this little area is about the size of this one. This much people generated this much demand for shopping. Over here, not so much. Though I could remove some of this zoning over here and add some more over here. But I'll leave it be for now. I'll consider these equilibrium. Well, except I do want to finish this, I think. And then that should be it for this town. They're about the same size, I think. If you cut this off, straighten that out, they'd be about the same size residentially. Got more farmland I can use here for exporting. Okay, let's put in a roundabout. I don't like roundabouts, but they're fine for no traffic situations. When you have zero traffic, very low traffic, roundabouts work fine. I'm not even going to use this end of the roundabout, so this end doesn't matter. Let's fix the electricity I broke. Let's see if this is easily connectable or not. Good enough. Ah, forgot to put the curve on it. I hate when I do that. Not enough money. Great. Great. Give me a minute, trucks. Be patient. You can come back in a minute. There you go. Got space already occupied. Difficulty. It's hard to get these 3 lanes. All right, let me go backwards then. What's the deal here? Oops. Oh, I should do it this way anyway. All right. Hopefully I've got enough money to brace this roundabout so I don't warp it. Not enough money. Expensive. I guess I need to fix this side first. I need $1,680. Like I said, this is why most streamers play with infinite money. So they don't bore their viewers to death waiting to make a few $100. Yeah, I could speed time up. I gotta fix the electricity I broke. If I can afford it. Yep. All right. Out here will be in my next town. But I need to make a lot of money before I build another town. See how everything's doing. Electricity's okay, water sewage okay, garbage okay. Could use a lot more parks and recreation. People are healthy. Not sure anybody's died yet. 20% of my people are senior citizens, so we'll have a death wave soon. I do have one cemetery. Want to get more farmland. We don't have to import any generic goods because we're exporting all, using all we're producing. Fire coverage could be better, could be a lot better. Police coverage is fine. Perfectly fine. But I've got some more area out here for farmland. So my industry will go here, commercial over here, people over here. For town number 3. And this is starting to look perfect for creating a new town. Equal demand for these two, big demand for those. Just hope. Hope that what I have out there is content until I get, let me check my pollution, until I get enough money to start town number 3. Okay. Okay. All the pollution's already washed down the river already. So that's cool. But I'm going to build town number 3 over here. Get some more farming going. I started building this town at about $30,000. And I ended up having to take out a loan, which I have not come even close to paying back yet. So this time I want to wait longer. I want to wait till I've got about 70,000 before I start town number 3. But I feel like everything's equal, which is my goal. I want self-reliant towns, self-sufficient, self-sustaining. Could pay back my loan pretty soon, but then I'd be out of money again. I'm thinking once I hit high density, then I can still make small towns, but they'll just be a whole lot smaller in square miles. I can have 3,000, 3,500. You have 3,500 population towns that take up very small space because of high density. Well, you can only do that with commercial and residential. But that's okay. It'd still be a lot less space. Only one sick person. 92% traffic. Fire, yeah, really needs help. But I can't do that until I'm starting rolling in the dough. Rolling in the dough. Rolling in the dough. We can start working on these, I think. Forestry and... Oh, there's no forestry over here. Okay. Let me slow this down. Let's build town number 3. Don't need to be super far apart at all. So we have a demand for everything. So start with residential. I'm not exactly parallel to the, but that'll work. And I don't have to start big. Let's stay away from the farmland over there. No, we won't have a farm that big. That'd be ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ooh, we got some water out here already. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna have to go this way at an angle. Got water. Farmland. We'll start with that. Farm Incorporated. Let's turn it into a farm. Oops. Didn't mean to click out there. That was an accident. Let's actually turn it into a farm. Boop. Okay. Where did I put the zoning? I'm in the zoning. I'm in the zoning. Gonna need water. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That works. Okay, we'll need a little bit of commercial area too. And it'll need water. Don't need to come way out here. Okay, we got water, electricity. Yeah. We need a park. Let's go ahead and get people moving in out here. Okay. Get people moving in out here. Electricity. Okay. I think if we get some commercial going right here. I think if we get some farming going right here. Let's see, I don't have electricity over here. Hopefully that'll help. Yep. Electricity over here. See if that helps. Yep. Okay. While my new town is growing, let's get rid of the malfunction junctions. You only need traffic lights when you have traffic. So town number 3, right here. And while we're at it, let's get our walking paths going. So people can walk to work. Or people can walk shopping. I like how this is going. Okay. For any of you that have just popped in and wondering, what in the world am I doing? There's my death scene going on. How many hearses do you have out there? Only 3. So let's crank up the budget on let's just try 75% for now. That gives us 6. Hearses out there to pick up the people dying. I think I want to do better than that. It's going to really blow my budget. Gives me 9. So I've tripled the amount of hearses to go deal with what I think is funny. Not funny. But you understand people dying at home. Why are all these people dying in the shops when they went shopping? I guess if you breathe your last, you want to be at your favorite shopping store. Let's look. There's 120 people out there to be picked up. There's 9 ambulances or hearses. Each can hold 10 people. Yeah. It's not going to cut it, is it? Budget. $12 times 10, 120 people. that they can pick up. It's 128 out there. Still not going to cut it, is it? They only went from 12 to 13. That's not what I like to see. Let's drop this back to 100. And put in a second cemetery, if I can afford it. That gives me 20 total. Hearses. How's my new town going? They want more jobs. And I like to see that because these jobs are all farming. I want to export agriculture. I want to be able to export agriculture. I see I should make my zone match my or like that. We're still importing a lot of agriculture. Exporting very little. Water. Oh, you're right. You are exactly right. Let's attach these. Need more people. Sorry, house. Do I have water out there? No, I do not. Can I afford a park? Oh yeah. Let's start getting more parks into my residential areas. So we'll have happy people. One here in the center. And zone residential. Except not here. Not here. Oh, I have not put fire out here. Police. And a health clinic. And they need water. This will be town number 3. Even demand. Let's get a little more commercial going. I don't think we've actually zoned everything over here for farming. Let's make a couple of fixes to some roads. Somebody walking to the store. Don't see anybody walking to the farm. I see you. A little more demand for working. Okay. It's going to break, but I'll fix it back. Fix it back. Okay. Fix this. Yeah, I don't want to forget that I actually have Industries DLC. Don't want to forget I have the Industries DLC. Wonder if any of this would be useful. I have Industries DLC. How to fit Industries DLC into my small town model. We'll start with forestry. It'll have to be town number 4 though, before I start with some forestry. So I'm guessing town number 4 is going to be over here. Where we got a little bit of forestry. Five or six town will be up here where all this ore is. Okay, that's almost looks like a circle. Got some ore over there too. So yeah, a little bit of forestry over here. Though, you know, with the Industries DLC, I don't know that natural resources are important. I think I could take an area like this, completely barren of anything, no natural resources whatsoever, And I think I could actually put in farming or anything. That's a theory. I don't know if that's true. It's just a theory. But with non-industries, industry-specific specializations, boy, that's a mouthful. With these, you actually have to have natural resource areas to use these. But with these, if I can find it, areas, I don't think you do. I don't think these care. I could be wrong. Could completely be wrong. Could be totally wrong. I think my death wave got handled. Yeah, only 62 people out there to be picked up now. About 90%. Could be totally wrong about that theory, but okay, we need more people. We've got water. Should put a park. A little more commercial. Somebody doesn't have water. Oops. Oops. Still paying off my loan. I haven't checked electricity and stuff lately. Okay, electricity is starting to get a little tighter. Let's slap another one of these in here. Okay. Water, sewage. Okay. I think my budget can go up to 100% on water and sewage. Very good. when things settle down, the 10th hearse hasn't made it back in yet. When things settle down, I want to empty this one into that one. Because when I set up my next cemetery, I want it to be over here. Because these will be the next guys to start dying of old age. Where are they all? They just driving around out there? Yeah. Are there any people out here to pick up? I'm not seeing any indicators. Oh, there's one way up there. I think I'd like to start emptying this one already. Oh, there's one. He's picking him up. Or her. You just picked somebody up here. You're picking them up. That's it. As far as I can see. So why do you guys still have 18 out there? Got to bring them back. Don't tell me some of them have come over here. These people aren't going to be passing away yet. Not on this side of the mountain. There's nothing. These are all brand new people. So yeah. Are they guys just patrolling? I guess I'm just not seeing the indicators. Guess I'm just not seeing the indicators of people passed away. Or maybe you only see them when they've been waiting a while. Okay. I definitely want to start emptying this one. Because once this empties, I want to move it over here. Because these guys will be next. They'll be the next ones needing a cemetery. So it's moved 12 already. It's moving pretty quickly since they're just going over there. All right, we need more people. Let's go ahead with 2 waves. Parks. Put one over here, one over here. Make sure we got water out here. Nope. Let's paint. Let's paint this in. How are we doing in agriculture, exporting and importing? little bit more commercial. Oops. That was my bad. Electricity. Big town. What do we get? Blimps, metro, IT clusters, high density. So high density is now available. Did it say solar updraft was available? Because that's my most, that's the wrong kind. Yeah, this is the one I need. 22,000. It's the best for electricity. This one, not so much. Best efficient, the most efficient electricity if you have eternal daylight, which I do. Okay. So this is ready now for when people start passing away over here. These guys are having to go out and pick these guys up. Okay, look what time it is. All right. I've got 2.5 towns created so far. This is a pretty self-reliant, self-contained town. This one is a pretty self-reliant, self-contained town. And we're working on this one now to become another self-reliant, self-contained, independent town. And that's kind of what I want to do over the entire map. Lots of towns of 3,500 people. And with high density available, the towns can get square mileage smaller and smaller. Saved game. I've named this town, what did I name this town? Small towns? Small towns. Small towns. Quit to the desktop. Switch my camera scene. Okay. My YouTube viewers and subscribers, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.